Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to the Heffy Doodle YouTube channel. Today I am making some cards using the Silly Slimline Slants die, and I'm going to show you 5 different ways to use it. So first, let's take a look at the Slimline die. It's called Silly, but I think it's pretty super. So here you can see that it has wide stripes, and this is what it looks like when it's all die cut out, and it is 8.5 by 3.5 inches, perfect for a slimline cover. And I'm going to show you now just using the die by itself. I've die cut it once and I'm going to adhere it to a slimline card. So this is just showing you how the die looks used as, the basic intention. And then once that is decorated, this is what it looks like. I have stamped in the openings, which is kind of a bonus idea you can do with this particular die, but now I want to show you some ideas you can do with any cover plate die. The first one is to layer it. Now this one I have put an 8.5 by 11 or 8.5 by 3.5 piece of paper inside that die, and that die is just a hair bigger, so I can just tape it in place and it'll cut out all those stripes. Now this one I added a stitch border to using this stitched die set right here, the stitched slimline trio, and then I use the smaller of those dies to die cut out the panel that I'm going to layer on top. So you can use your background dies to layer on top of and just have a little bit of it peeking out. It wouldn't have to be in the center like this. You could have it at the top, the bottom, the side, whatever kind of card layout you want to do. Okay, way number 2 is to do some inlay. When you die cut a cover plate, you're going to have a lot of fall out pieces. So you can save those pieces, die cut them in another color. So then you would have 2 different backgrounds you could make, because you're going to die cut 2 different colors and inlay them together. Now you can get really creative with your inlay by inlaying patterned paper, glitter paper, alternating colors of cardstock, so however you want to do it, but I think this is a really fun look for background cover plate dies, and I love having the 2 different colors of stripes here. So inlay is a pretty quick and easy way to do it. And there's the card all finished out with the Bedheads stamp set, which is one of my favorites, and having get well soon cards is really important to have on hand. Okay, way number 3 is to cut it twice and rotate it once. So I've cut out 2 of these, the orange one left over from the previous card and the yellow is a fresh one, and you can see I flipped the yellow one over, so it's upside down, so to speak. This is the back of the die that's going to show. So I'm putting the one where you see the back of the die down onto the card base, then gluing the other one right side up on top of it, and now I've made a lattice pattern. Now maybe you have one that is like vines, and so when you rotate one and you have it maybe in 2 different colors of green, you're going to have this really deep foresty look of vines. So this one I love because it looks like gingham, and so I did some matchy gingham on that card. All right, now way number 4 is to use your cover plate as a stencil. I like to add a little temporary adhesive to the back of this, and then it will stick down to the paper I want to use. You can see I was sticking it to my shirt so it wasn't too sticky. I am bringing in some Distress Oxide inks in Worn Lipstick. I thought I would just do a simple look here and have one color, but when you're using this as a stencil, you don't want to look like it's just die cut from one color. So I decided we need to do something that's unique to stenciling, unique to adding ink, so that it didn't look just like a die cut. And that was to do some ink blending. So now I have some spiced marmalade ink that I am adding to that. And I thought, ooh, 2 colors is fun, but 3 colors is even better. So I darkened one side with some festive berries. I love these 3 colors together. Then I just needed to kind of soften out that blend, so I brought back in the Worn Lipstick, and now I have a truly cool stenciled background made with my cover plate die. And I'm going to turn that into a card, but also the stencil itself was pretty cool, so I'm going to save that for my next card. There's the finished product there, and you can see that stencil background, really cool. You could also rotate it and stencil it again for that gingham look. Okay, way number 5 is to make a shaker. Cover plates make great shakers. All you need to do is adhere a window sheet to the back. And then you're going to put foam tape all the way around the edges. And that creates a reservoir for your shaker elements. I have the sequin mix in my stash. I have no idea where it came from. It was like a free sample with an order from a store, an online store. I'm not sure which one. So I'm going to use that plus some pink seed beads, and that will help move everything around and add just a great sound to my shaker as well. And then what I like to do on some of my shaker cards, or most of them, is remove the adhesive off of that foam tape and add a second window sheet, and that just makes it really easy to add to my card. All of those pretty bits are trapped inside now, and then here is what the finished card looks like on a white card base. And you can see lots of fun different products that I use today. I'm going to have all of those things linked for you below, so you can check them out if you'd like to. And now we're going to take a close-up look at another card that I made using the same die set and turned it into a shaker card, because cover plates, like I said, they leave little windows, so they are great for shaker cards. This one just has glitter inside, some chunky glitter, and that makes a really pretty shaker element. Plus the background on this card is ink blended, so I love doing ink blending behind my die cut panels as well. So that's kind of a bonus sixth idea you can do with your cover plate dies. So there's all the cards right there. Plus I like to make my card sets matchy, but I really wanted to make this Christmas card with the Christmas presents there. So I thank you so much for stopping by the Heffy Doodle channel, and I have one more peek at each of these cards for you. You can check them out right here. If you would like more inspiration from Heffy Doodle, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram as well. And we have new videos all the time on the Heffy Doodle channel. So if you're new here, we would love for you to subscribe. And I will be back again next month with a new card making video just for you. I'll see you then. Happy stamping. Bye.